Hello and welcome to This Week at Endicott. I'm Brooke O'Leary.
And I'm Ray Newcomb.
This week is a busy one, so listen up. On Wednesday, stop into Bertucci's for lunch or dinner and dine in or take out to support Endicott's Relay for Life team.
Not in the mood for Italian? Head to Chipotle anytime from 4:30 to 8:30 to support the softball team.
At 6 p.m., Hillel will be holding their weekly meeting in the chapel, while a seminar on finding your voice in academic writing will be held in the library room 206. Be sure to check one of them out.
Also, feel free to wait around in the chapel after Hillel to join Lighthouse for their meeting at 7 p.m. All are welcome.
At 7:30, head over to Tia's Theater in the VPAC to enjoy an acoustic singer-songwriter concert.
Want to get more involved? Visit the LSB at 8 p.m. for Student Clubs and Organizations meeting.
Let's take a look at this week's edition of Shake My Head News with Lexi and Riley.
Thanks, guys. Welcome to Shake My Head News, where we show you this week's buffoonery from around the world. I'm Riley Fitzgibbons.
And I'm Lexi Lozano. To begin this week's escapades, a Mississippi attorney has dropped his lawsuit against Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen, saying he choked on a piece of chicken when the fast food restaurant failed to provide him a knife in the drive-thru. Paul Newman Jr. of New Hampshire says that he decided not to pursue further, citing extreme comments directed at his family. Newton said the only utensil he was given in November at the restaurant was a spork. The lawsuit said that because Newton didn't receive a plastic knife, his only option was to hold the piece of chicken with his hands and tear off pieces with his teeth, causing him to choke. The lawsuit said Newton underwent emergency surgery to remove the piece of chicken from his throat. Remember, kids, chicken is not a finger food.
This week in Australia, a woman being arrested for outstanding matters was found carrying a backpack with a baby koala inside. When the police asked if she had anything else she wanted to disclose, she handed over the canvas bag with a 6-month-old Joey inside. The Joey, now named Alfred, had been under the care of the woman for around 24 hours and was in surprisingly good health. While the woman is under investigation for both her prior inquiry and then also the illegal care of the acquired koala, Alfred is on his way to a professional care koala facility.
A woman who appeared to win a life-changing $42.9 million jackpot at a New York City casino is threatening to sue after being told the big payout she was shown was simply the result of a malfunction. Katrina Bookman was playing the penny slot machine at Resorts World Casino when it displayed a message that read, "Printing cash ticket, $42 million. She even took a selfie with the machine to celebrate. But when Bookman tried to collect, the casino told her it was all a big mistake and she was only owed $2.25 balance that was on the machine. Machine malfunctions are rare, and we would like to extend further apologies to Ms. Bookman for any inconvenience this may have caused," the casino said in a statement. So close, Bookman, so close.
Earlier this week, a Florida man was arrested for hurling his glass eyeball at a doctor and a nurse. 54-year-old Edward Dorsey of Largo, Florida, was taken to the hospital after previously arrested earlier that morning and was under evaluation for suspected drug and alcohol use. Just moments before he was about to be discharged from the hospital, he went against police orders by removing the glass eye from his head and throwing it at a doctor and nurse as he yelled, "I can do whatever I feel like doing." Police then tacked a battery charge on his existing arrest record before removing him from the hospital. I hope they keep an eye on this guy.
I like that. That's all we have here for today. Thanks for tuning in to this week's shenanigans.
And thanks for being foolish. Back to the desk.
On Thursday, CAT presents DIY Spirit Wear. Head to Laura Callahan to make your own spirit gear for the men's ice hockey home opener.
At 7 p.m., stop by the LSB to listen to WGHB radio host Callie Crossley talk about her show Under the Radar, which will then be followed by a lively discussion on the media politics and the election.
Walk on over to the Ray Bork Arena to cheer on the men's ice hockey team in their home opener against Salve Regina at 7 p.m.
Let's take a look at what's going on in the wide world of EC Sports with Matt and Jess. Take it away, guys.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of EC Sports. For ECTV, I'm Jess Carroll.
And I'm Matt Pritchard. Congratulations to the women's volleyball team who won the CCC championship this past Saturday. The girls were led by CCC Player of the Week Tori McIntyre, Libero of the Week Erica Trudon, and Rookie of the Week Zoe Gifford. The girls will face Springfield College Friday in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
The men's football team picked up a 28-17 win at the Coast Guard Academy. They were led by Defensive Rookie of the Week Jesse Simoni. They will finish up their season Saturday at Curry at 1 p.m.
The Endicott men's and women's soccer team's seasons have come to an end. The women's team fell to eventual champions Wentworth 1-0 in the semifinals, while the men's side fell to the eventual winner Western New England in PKs.
The women's field hockey team almost wrapped up this week as the Gulls lost 3-2 to Western New England in the semifinals.
The cross-country teams will return to the trails at the NCAA Division III New England Regional Saturday in Westfield, Massachusetts.
The women's hockey team is off to a solid 16-17 campaign with a 3-0 record. This past week, they picked up 2 wins versus Johnson & Wales as freshman goaltender Alyssa Peterson was named CHC co-goaltender of the week after her first performance Saturday versus Johnson & Wales. The Gulls will look to remain undefeated at home versus Becker on Saturday and Sunday at Becker.
On the men's side, the Gulls are still searching for their first win as they dropped 1 game and tied 1 this past week. The Gulls will look for their first win in their home opener Thursday versus Salve Regina at 7 o'clock. They will then travel to Johnson & Wales on Saturday.
And that'll do it for this week in EC Sports. For ECTV, I'm Jess Carroll.
And I'm Matt Pritchard. Have a great week, Gulls.
For those of you 21 and older, head to Gully's after the game at 9 p.m. for a 21-plus night. Get your drink on.
On Friday at noon, visit the chapel for Endicott's annual remembrance service honoring those we have lost.
Sign up to volunteer at the Northeast ARC Friday night happenings at 6:30 p.m.
At 8 p.m., head to Lower Callahan for late night Loca's cheese and chocolate fondue night.
I do love some fondue. At 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, head to the Raymond J. Bork Arena to watch the women's ice hockey team take on Becker College.
Come hang out and enjoy some Sunday night football at 8:30 and watch the Patriots play the Seahawks.
It's been a busy week on this planet we call Earth. Let's take a look at what happened with Chessie. Take it away.
Hello everyone, this is World News and I'm Chessie Kim. As if popping that all-important question to your significant other wasn't nerve-wracking enough, reptile handler in Australia chose what must be the most unlikely of places to propose to his girlfriend, in a crocodile enclosure. One imagines the presence of those killer teeth would be a total romance kill. Billy Collett, who works at the Australian Reptile Park, invited girlfriend Siobhan Oxley to be a part of the crocodile's feeding process. But before feeding the 5-meter saltwater crocodile named Elvis, Mr. Collett went down on one knee and proposed to his girlfriend. Guess saying no wasn't an option. A woman who went into a Tokyo University Medical Hospital in Japan for surgery needed to be treated for burns after one of her farts apparently started a fire in the operating room. The fire happened when a doctor was using a laser on the cervix of a woman. Doctors believe the patient passed gas that was then ignited by the laser. The resulting fire burned most of the patient's body, waist, and legs. According to a report about the incident, no flammable materials were in the operation room during the surgery, and that equipment was functioning normally. Jared Hayne, a well-known Australian National Rugby League superstar, was left super embarrassed after he accidentally screened pornographic images during a school presentation on cybersecurity. He was invited to Robina State High School in Australia to talk about online safety. Haynes' phone was connected to a public Wi-Fi, and his browsing history was up on the screen in order to show the students how his information could be intercepted by a third party. The history was broadcasting on a large screen, and it featured mostly sport photos. The large screen then jumped to a displaying images from website Pornhub in front of more than 200 students. A spokesperson for Haynes said that the photos were not from his phone, suggesting that it must have come from a student using the same free Wi-Fi as it was. Haynes looked dumbfounded and didn't know what to say. To make matters even worse, a local TV station was there to watch his presentation and capture the incredibly awkward moment. Part of a main street collapsed in the heart of a major city in southern Japan, creating a massive sinkhole and cutting off power, water, and gas supplies. The authorities said no injuries were reported from the pre-sunrise collapse in central Fukuoka, which created a sinkhole more than half the size of an Olympic pool in the middle of the business district. The cause of the collapse is under investigation, Fukuoka officials said, but they linked it to subway construction nearby. Fukuoka, a city of more than 1.5 million people, is about 620 miles southwest of Tokyo. The massive cave-in appeared in the city's bustling Hakata district, a major business and entertainment center, with muddy underground water flowing into the hole. The incident prompted the evacuation of some residents in nearby buildings. Officials were concerned that further erosion inside the sinkhole could prompt nearby structures to collapse. Thousands are falling in love with this hot Dutch construction worker. After 26-year-old construction worker Nicky Lambert was stopped in the district of Amsterdam on a busy workday by a touring photographer, his social media status was changed forever. 21-year-old Danica, who was holidaying away from her home of London, was so struck by Nicky's beauty that she just had to approach him and ask if he was a model. Though Nicky told her no, Danica asked whether she could take a photo of him anyway, to which he obliged. Danica, who's a fashion photography student, then went on to share his face with the world on both her Twitter and Instagram accounts. Overnight, Nicky's following went from hundreds to over 20,000 on Instagram after one fan found his account. That's all for this week. Now back to the desk.
Relax on Monday so you can visit the symposium on 9/11 and the new era of Homeland Security with the experts in the field. Learn more about the events that unfolded that fateful day and how it shaped the future of Homeland Security.
That's all for this week, Goals. Make sure to take a break from the books and take advantage of these opportunities to get involved on campus. For ECTV, I'm Brooke O'Leary.
And I'm Ray Newcomb. Stay safe, stay classy, and have a great week, girls.